This time I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to open with Hero Sword still. Yeah, I dropped a save state just in case, because I hate this fight. Now, the viruses he summons are random, from a set list of things he can call forward. What I want to do is grab these two, plunk it down on their side of the field, and then let them have it. And I'm just going to take the hit rather than dodge into his fire. I think Skullman has a propensity to go for the nearest enemy, so instead, I'm going to try like this. So when he's by himself, Magic Man is not that difficult. But when you're trying to dodge 3 enemies at the same time, much more annoying.
I kind of get where you were coming from with now with the entire spy versus spy thing, although I never saw it like that now.
Yep, he's got that weird beak.
It's supposed to be a beard, I believe.
Yeah, or like maybe a plague doctor. It's whatever, we won.
I'm about to say, I don't think it matters now, he's dead.
And he never shows up again, despite having kind of a cool design.
Yeah.
We did it. Yahoot, not you too. Here, use this bit data from the LifeVirus. That literally is a word salad that means nothing. Life magic! Blah. He died somehow. Yahoot, I did it. You can say goodbye to MegaMan.exe. No. Magic Man, look out! Ah! Oh no, the stereotype finally got around to doing something! Too late. Mega! Actually, Proto Man would be a terrible match for him, given the way Magic Man fights. Lan. Father gave me this. Here. Nothing personnel. A bat. What's this? It's a batch. It's a patch file. You put it on other files to change their base properties. Emergency receiving call. Hello? Lan? Dad, Mega Man's... Dr. Ikari, I'm sorry. It's too late. Lan, listen to me.
Listen to me. You can still save Mega Man.
But he's not responding.
Apply the patch. It's a day 1 patch.
It's not a day 1 patch. He's had Mega Man for like at least 10 years.
Now, actually, as I recall from what they say in Battle Network 3, it is a day 1 patch because remember, he made Mega Man.
Oh, that's right. He made the modification.
And then,
the stop full synchro.
Yeah.
Apply the hub.bat to Mega Man. There may still be time. Before you use it, I have to tell you something.
Did you know you had a twin brother? And then he died? But you know what? You know what? Dr. Frankenstein didn't go far enough.
He had the right idea. He just didn't have the technology to make it happen.
Put baby on the internet.
Might make it hard for you to use Mega Man, okay? I don't really understand what you mean. I am 11. What is this? I'll do anything if it might save Mega Man. Then listen. About 10 years ago, I was working on a new kind of Navi. Kind of Navi that could truly befriend its operator. But a program is only a program. And if you've played Dwarf Fortress, you know just how weird AI can get. If I could make a Navi follow its operator's orders, I couldn't make one think and act on its own. Yeah, because that's what the world needs, is like really opinionated, self-thinking devices. Imagine a GPS that after you ignore its instructions for enough turns, just shuts itself off and is like, well, fine, navigate yourself, jerk.
I don't think the world is ready for passive-aggressive GPS.
I started thinking, maybe if you had some connection with your Navi, Navi could respond to your emotions, and thereby create its own emotions.
So I had to quantify emotions, and I realized I was basically saying God?
Yeah, I was about to say, we're getting into theological implications here, people, so hold on to your butts. Looking at human DNA, I came to a conclusion. If I made a Navi with DNA, just like its operators, its basic values and emotions would be the same.
That's not literally how programming works. That is literally not how any of this works.
Operator and Navi would become a single entity. And then the anime will turn this into a really, really dumb plot point. Making an ultimate Navi.
I mean, yeah, and but then again, they make Program Advance into a plot point, and that's really dumb.
Yeah, and it goes on entirely too long.
Yeah.
It was tough making a program with DNA. I could make about 95% of the program, but no more. I just couldn't figure out that last 5%. Almost like God himself was telling you that what you were doing is a terrible plan.
Hey, stop it. Stop doing that. Never!
My research came to a sudden stop. It's around then that I had a plague of locusts and a son. Cute baby boy, we named him Hub. Our happiness didn't last long. He had a heart trouble and became too weak to live. So I thought...
He had a heart trouble.
A heart trouble.
Just one.
Somehow I will keep his memory alive. Lan, Hub was your twin brother. You were born from the same egg. Your DNA is identical. I could use Hub's DNA to make a Navi for you. Suddenly, I had the DNA solution I had been searching for. You guys think we're kidding. We're absolutely not. This is going precisely where you think it is.
It's really stupid. It's really... But ironically, this is a theme that the game continues on for the rest of the series. This entire theme, the entire underlying implication that MegaMan is actually Lan's twin brother reincarnated as a computer program. This is a thing they will continue, and other characters treat them like this too.
Yep.
It's kind of silly and kind of worrying.
And yet it's completely thematically appropriate. Like I said, back in Fireman scenario, like, if you extinguish real fire, the cyber fire will die down too. That's how weirdly interconnected meat space and the internet are in this universe. The Navi I made was MegaMan.
And that's actually a thing we'll explore in Battle Network 2, because the radiation is making the internet and reality merge. Ooh.
The results prove that I was right. MegaMan.exe is a new generation of Navi. As close to you as a brother.
Oh, your boy, though.
There was a danger. Okay, Dietaku, we're gonna stuff your brother into a Palm Pilot, and he's going to be your Navi.
Which, I have two brothers.
You can
Which
pick.
one?
You can pick.
But then one of them would die, so... I like both of my brothers.
If I made the DNA 100% the same, the Navi's internal and external state might sync with you. You know, like twins do in the real world.
You know, all the twins I've ever met actually are violently different, and I think it's partially because there's someone who looks exactly like you.
Yeah, you start seeking your own identity.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could be wrong. You know, I'm sure there is some kind of Parent Trap thing where they're like, yeah, we're both the same, and we both look the same, and it's like, I'm sure that's a thing, but I don't know, I've never ever seen that.
So damage to the Navi would damage you too, so I changed MegaMan.exe's DNA by 0.001%.
Never mind the fact that 0.1001 would make it less difference. That's so tiny of a...
It's so
amount.
tiny as to be completely irrelevant.
I was about to say, like, as I understand it, and bear in mind, I'm no biological scientist or anything, but my understanding is that, like, we're talking about, like, that amount would be, like, the difference between, like, an orangutan and a human. It's that amount.
If you use hub.bat, that 0.001% will disappear. You mean MegaMan will be born again as my twin?
You know what? Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
You know, rather than go into the weird details that is genetics and the fact that there's only 4 materials to work with, yes. That is exactly how this works. Correct.
Yeah. Ironically, yes, actually. And the funny thing is a lot of the more we go into genetics, the more we realize that it's not about individual genes doing things. It's actually about patterns of genes doing things.
Yep.
And if you do certain things, it affects other things, and you realize nature is really smart, and nature is also really, really dumb. So it's kind of like computers in a way.
You know, there is a certain thematic parallel there. I was always sending MegaMan to such dangerous places. Did MegaMan, Hub, know the truth? I asked Hub to keep it a secret. I stuffed you into the internet. He was just like, yeah, alright.
Yeah, you did. I was there.
If you knew the truth, you'd be too scared to use him. A Navi that you can't use isn't a good Navi. So what will you do? Well, you decide. Hub, I'll lose MegaMan. Remember, if your DNA is 100% the same, you'll be affected by whatever affects your Navi. And the reverse is true. Lan, if you truly think you can beat World 3, I think Hub will sense that and come back to help. Okay, I'll use Hub.bat. Lan, you're doing the right thing. By putting my mad science into motion.
About to say, don't you have a backup of MegaMan?
You'd think, right? We actually talked about that earlier in the game during Number Man scenario. Dex has a backup of Gutsman. Why don't we have a backup of MegaMan? Or is this going to get into some weird Soma crap where it's like he'll actually have a state of consciousness as a backup file or something weird like that?
Oh man, this is gonna be like Fearsome Engine. No. See, there is a science fiction story that I really like that actually is about a Earth in the far future, which is kind of written like a fantasy story.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Fearsome Engine, and the entire thing is that it's about the fact that humans will actually upload their personalities into this computer network in order that their flesh and blood bodies can be rebuilt using their super advanced technology. But the entire thing being is that the sun's about to explode, and so they have to go on this quest in order to wake up another AI, which will allow them to shield the Earth. And so it's basically... The technology is so far ahead of what they have now that it's basically this fantasy story because the Earth of their time, it's just millions of years in the future,
right,
is so alien to what we have now. And it's kind of initially kind of presented as a fantasy story, which is really cool. But yeah, this is kind of they're kind of hinting at that it's like, oh, MegaMan is a soul, but it's like a computer soul.
Yeah, it raises more questions than it answers. So my advice, take this at face value. They're twins, one's a computer twin, and it gives them superpowers. Short version.
It's about to say, basically, the best way I found to kind of rationalize this and not think about it too terribly much, because Lord knows these games don't, is there were twins, and somehow...
Dad stuffed Hub into the computer.
Dad put baby into the internet.
Yep. As
the meme said.
Hub, me, Lan. Wake up.
You put baby on the computer. You need to find that, by the way.
I
that
do.
was really...
I will try. I will try to find that again. What happened to me? Hub, it's you. Lan, you called me Hub? Hub, I've told Lan everything. We used Hub.bat to bring you back. Dad, I see. The light means your program is being rewritten. When the light goes down, your power should be increased. This is true, actually. This, for the sake of the final boss encounter, you get +1 to all your buster stats. Yeah, you feel the energy inside me.
The energy inside me. Well, I'll say this. Can we at least appreciate the fact that he's getting a power-up transformation, and it's not just basically not Super Saiyan?
That's true.
Looking at you, Sonic. I mean, as much as I love Sonic, it's just like... Toriyama should have sued somebody. It was really egregious.
I'm sorry for not telling you the truth earlier. I'm sorry for ordering you around all these years. No problem. I always regretted not being able to be with you in the real world. Being able to watch you grow from inside here made me happy. How do I operate you now, I wonder? Just be yourself, and I'll be myself, Mega Man. Let's hurry, Lan, I'm counting on you. Right, okay, let's go, Mega Man. Right on.
Oh,
So glad to see you. No need for thanks. Just keeping you around for entertainment value. Don't, your net op's rubbing off on you. You really should get that checked.
wait. Does that mean that ProtoMan.exe knows he's in a game?
You know, he might. Would that not be perfect, being stuck with the Edgelord, but being the only person who is self-aware?
Wait, no. We need to know. You need to know that you're in a game. Whatever. No, it's true.
It's a real game. This whole world, it's all fake.
Once I press... No, I'm sorry. If you're gonna do this, you have to... I press this button.
I embrace the cheesy German accent he had in the Ruby Spears cartoon. Bye-bye, Verd. Dr. Ikari may have kicked me out of his little lab, but now I get my revenge.
Which we actually see later on when he actually elaborates on his past. That's not true.
Not 100% true, yeah. Things actually went a little bit different than Wily's telling it. Wily. Hikari's little boy Lan, I presume. Leave it to the Hikaris to blossom me to the very end. The endgame's revenge against my family? Why? Shall I
Well,
tell
you see. Alright, you have a minute, I'll explain it.
Two famous scientists competed to be the best. Me and your grandfather, Dr. Hikari. I made robots, and Hikari specialized in networks. We were both lost in our research, and then one day, in order to win an international competition, our country had to pick one of our projects to fund. After long debate, they cancelled my robot research. Robots in a Mega Man game. That's just silly.
I was about to say, and they dodged a major bullet, too.
Kinda did, yeah. I couldn't believe it. My research was vital. Vital! I had no place to turn to, so I left the lab. That's why I'm mad if it wasn't for Hikari. So I made the WWW to get back at him, because it's really annoying to say. He made this world what it is, and now I'll destroy it. But he didn't cancel your research. It's not his fault. Your face with an 11-year-old is better at arguing than the grown man.
I'm surprised that you're not like something. Bureaucracy was the real enemy the entire time.
It was. It's like, of all things, robots and networks are both incredibly important modern infrastructure. But they're just like, no, the German guy with the poor hairline, no, he's not handsome enough. He's not going to be like photogenic. So we're just going to pour it all on Hikari. And Hikari's like in a Hawaiian t-shirt and khaki shorts at this point. And he's just like, nah, man, networks are cool, but I like robots too. And they're like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Which is funny, because in Battle Network 6, we actually show what happens when you use robots with the network.
Yep, you get really interesting and overwhelmingly powerful results. That's what he said too. He was all like, nah, man, it wasn't my fault. Why don't we go on like a vacation to Hawaii? And I'm like, Hawaii's not a real place in this world.
All we go to is Sharo, and no one wants to go to
No
Sharo.
one wants to go to Sharo. You'll never understand how I feel. Never. Not even if you read my live journal. Oh, God, I keep dating myself this episode. Enough talk. World, prepare for deletion. No. Never. Not if I am Mega Man. Stop it. Check in. Mega Man. Transmit. Wily's just like
if he's about to, save the world, it's good to know that he's using proper grammar.
That's true. That was me actually flubbing the read of the line, but I just rolled with it anyway.
No, I read it. I'm like, oh, good. I'm glad to know that they use proper grammar. So, I have a question. How does it feel to know that you just stepped on Snek?
Why you gotta be like that, man? This trip is actually gonna be worthless with the upcoming fight. I might as well take it. Yeah, there's only, like, once I get past these randos, there's only one boss left. And that's that, right there. That thing right there in front of us.
LifeVirus.
The Dream Virus. For some reason, again, the LifeVirus, even though it really should just be called the Neutral Virus, because that's what it is. If we can delete it, World 3's plans will be foiled, and they won't install macOS on all of our machines.
Oh, but I'll have to go to Internet 1.0 in order to make it so that Google doesn't work.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. This is it, our ultimate virus bashing.
I know.
It's supposed to be saying busting, but for some reason they put bashing.
We'll create a portal to the universe made out of everyone's deepest, darkest fears.
That wasn't even Wily. Wily had nothing to do with that.
No, it was his son.
Battle routine set. Execute.
Spoilers. It's a big bug.
It is a big bug. Let's see. And the big bug has a very obnoxious little strategy. Holy crap, my rapid's much higher than 6, I think. Now, the cool thing is, he has to put his barrier down in order to attack. So, this is a battle of patience. In the downtime, he will use a bunch of different attacks, and summon these things, the Scuttlers. So there's a sword, a laser beam, and a meteor, which I believe he gets to use later into the fight. And honestly, it's much less frustrating if he uses the beam, because you can kind of just attack. Alright, so far so good.
Hey, you should be happy that he's not about to drop meteors on you.
Yeah, he doesn't use the meteors until he's about halfway, which means it should be an option going forward. Yep. Dang it, I wasted my sword. Well, no reason not to go on the attack now. If you do break his barrier, that's great, but you will just get it back. Whew.
Oh, darn, now I have to pay about 3,000 zenny.
Yeah. It's like 30 whole bucks. My LifeVirus. What have you done? My baby, my World 3. No. Warning.
Or Dr. Beagle's like, Dad, you beat me? No, not you. Not my actual baby.
All systems malfunctioning. Self-destruct sequence activated. Uh-oh. But my precious World 3 laboratory. Let's get out of here. MegaMan, check out. Roger. Man, are you okay, kid? Hey, guys.
You're not that much older than me. Stop it.
And the LifeVirus. History. Yippee.
Like, we're about to be. We better leave.
Why are we just sitting here having this casual conversation? The building's literally going up in smoke. Where is everyone? They got away to safety. Great, now let's scram. Before we
Very casual. We're just gonna walk away.
World 3 forever! He means that in the superlative sense. And so, good job, Lan and Hub.
He
died. MegaMan. Wily
And
never
we'll
dies.
never see him again.
Yes, that's definitely how this ends. Wily definitely knows when he's beaten, and definitely gives up after the first time.
It's not that this is a series with 7, 8...
I'm so glad
eight installments? Oh, I'm so glad the two of you... Well, okay, we really should stop this.
This is getting out of hand. Sorry, Mom.
I never thought raising two boys was gonna be easy.
Now, here's the real...
It's so easy, though. It's so easy.
It's so easy, like, to read her as being incredibly, like, just having massive sarcasm air quotes around everything she's saying.
Yeah.
And really, it depends on like which word in her sentence you accentuate, but it always comes off as sarcasm. Isn't that right, honey? They couldn't have done it without you. Thanks. Yeah, you making us breakfast that one time, that definitely saved the day.
Mom, I need a bite. I need a bite. Just one.
They couldn't have done it without us, you mean? Honey. Honey. Yeah, your mom and dad sure get along well, Lan. I know, it's really embarrassing. My bedroom is right next door to theirs.
I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what's going on.
Lan just has a Vietnam flashback as the camera pans in grayscales. Maybe we could learn from them. I'm like 10. What are you talking about? We're just friends. Lan. He really is dense, isn't he? That's right, Rome. You said it, Mega. Look, you and Roll and MegaMan are in the mood. I've had it with you, Lan. I was so nice. I shouldn't have rescued you after all. Huh? I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? It's like the comic strip where the girls take their shot and she's literally standing there saying nothing and then goes, "Your loss," and leaves, and the guy is just like, "What?" Yowzas. Ooh, mailman up in the tree. Mailman. Huh? Mail, isn't it obvious? Really? Yeah, you're a shonen protag. I'm like, duh. Yeah, but I don't deny it, Lan. That's it. This conversation is over. Just thanks for rescuing me, you two. Dex always pays his debts. Don't mention it. Thanks, Dex.
Except
You're a
for,
true friend.
with his little brother.
Yeah, that's a different kettle of fish, though. That's right. You need a little more practice, though, Dex. What was that? Me? Practice? Yeah, you got beat by Number Man. You literally have a Navi that should, like, always win against Number Man, but you lost against Number Man. Yeah. Well now, Army, the happy bunch now. Chad, thanks. You really helped out too, even though you didn't. No need to thank me, kid. In fact, you made me look pretty bad. 'Cause you did all the work. Grumpy as ever, I see. Well, I couldn't have stopped World 3 if you hadn't helped. So, thank you. Yeah, well, thanks accepted this time, kid. The next time something happens, you leave the fighting up to me and Proto-Man. Haha, no, not gonna happen. We'll be right by your side, right, MegaMan? Sorry, I mean, if you still want to. Hub? MegaMan's the name, and I'm with you all the way. I'm the force to destroy, As a team land, we're unstoppable. Yeah, right. Oh, wait. Just one thing. From now on, you're getting up by yourself in the morning. Got it? What? Really? What? There can't be a crook here now. The alarm system must be buggy again. Darn old thing. Lan, we got a job to do. Right on. Let's go. Jack in. MegaMan. Transmit. And that's MegaMan Battle Network the First. For everyone who's seeing it for the first time, this game is definitely a bit of a rough patch, but they learned so much from the design of this game. Everything from here going forward really is them just refining the ideas that were started here. Number Man being totally swag. And just like the Let's Player, the NPCs are showing an obvious favoritism for the character who returns later in the series. This game was released in 2001, and despite all that time, this is still one of my favorite game series. I mean, I love MegaMan, period, as like franchise-wide, but I always love MegaMan Battle Network. And like I said, this is probably the quote-unquote worst installment, and I still had a lot of fun playing through it. there were a lot of things the series hadn't figured out just yet, but at the same time, it laid the groundwork for a lot of good stuff to come afterward.
Oh, definitely. Sorry, I had to step away for a little bit.
No, you're good. I was just going to
Doc,
wrap up
we're,
and talking about how this, laid the groundwork for better things to come. And Battle Network 1 is definitely rough, but the designs are great, the music is great, and the fact that in a lot of ways this series kind of predicted the future and like the rise of the smart home. It's kind of uncanny in its own way.
Silly Battle Network 1. That doesn't happen until Battle Network 6.
Depending on interpretation, Battle Network 3. Yeah, I got over half the data library without even really focusing on it, so not bad at all. So, thank you, Mr. Dietaku, for joining me on this roller coaster journey on and off again.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
It was fun. And next time, we'll kick off MegaMan Battle Network 2. And we'll get to tell the folks at home why it was such a vast improvement on the formula established in the first.
Very good.
All right. We will see all you guys when we get there.